Hello YouTube, today we're going to be doing another AutoCAD tutorial and I'm going to be teaching you how to build a trebuchet base. So my base right now is exactly 12 by 8 feet long. So I have that base. So what I want to do is I want to put this eye thing on it, so it's like an I-beam. So it looks sort of like that all the way through. So what I need to do first is sketch the bottom of this. I already did that on the piece, and I have it pre-laid out for you. So I did that. Now what I want to do is I want to trim these. There's either two ways I can trim it. I can work with the piece here, or I can move it down and move it back up later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it down 100. So I'm going to move it down 100. Sorry, my computer is acting funny. It keeps deselecting the page. But I can still do it. It's just going to be a little difficult. Oh yeah, and a side note, if you don't have things selected and you have something selected, they disappear whenever you shift and use your mouse to like move around the object. So, like this. So, to trim an object, there's either two ways. You can just take this end, and move it to where you want it. But that's not the fun way, and not the easy way. So what the easy way is just type in trim. And now, all I need to do is select the lines. And hit enter. Then, I hover over the lines that I don't want, like that line, and that line, and they're gone. These lines I can't remove. All I can do is delete them, which I will. Okay, well, there's another line overlapping, so I'm just going to move that down there. It's like a combination of both that you have to use. I mean, it's not that hard, but hey, this is easier than SolidWorks. I wouldn't delete there. So once you have that all done, you can pull your object back up, and when you do that, it will look a little like this. On this one, I didn't trim it all the way. I just trimmed it to here. Like, I made it look pretty. So it'll look like this, and then what you can do is you can either trim it the way that I showed you, or you can just pull it back on every side like this, which again is the hard way, and I did that on drawing 4. So now that all that is left is to extrude this. So I am going to take the shortcut way because this is a little difficult. So I'm just going to get the rectangle tool, which is the tool I clicked right here, and I'm going to select one of the corners, and I go all the way over here. I'll select that corner. I'm going to select the rectangle tool again. Where is it? I'm going to go all the way over there. Where? All the way over here. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to move the object down. Again, move it down like, I don't know, 5 feet? Alright, now, what about 100 inches again? Put the zeros before the 1. Okay. Okay, so I moved it down, and now you have this. So what I want to do is I want to select the line now that I drew the squares around it, and delete it. And once I delete it, you can see it selects the square now, because that line was above the square, which I didn't want it to be, so I deleted it. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Now, this is where we gotta use extrude. Or wait, do we use extrude? No, I'm gonna use press pull. Extrude still doesn't work on this part. So you want to press pull it. Let's say, how tall do we want it again? Oh yeah, 3.5. So I'm going to type in 3.5. If it'll let me. Oh my gosh, this computer is very frustrating. Okay, there we go. So now it's 3.5, and you want to shift and click, or not click, but click on your mouse wheel, and then when you go underneath the object, you want to make sure press pull is still on, take the bottom, and go up through. And now you have the part that you want, and then you want to escape and zoom out, and pull up the other part, which I don't know where it went, but when you pull up the other part, it'll look a little like drawing 5, which is this. Okay? And then you could see, oh, how are we going to make the I-beam? We can like sketch it out here. So what I did is I took the square tool again, made rectangles on the bottom, and I'm pretty sure this is the one with rectangles on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both parts of it, and I'm going to move it down. Let's go 50. So I moved it down 50, and you can see, yep, I did what I said. So now we're going to use the same tool again. This time, when we press pull it, we're only going to go up 1.5. There we go. Now we went up 1.5. We're going to go shift and click the mouse wheel and go underneath it again. Select this all the way through. Now you're like, still on the bottom. So the question is, how much does it go up before, like, so it's on the top? Well, you have to use a little bit of math. So what you want to do is unselect, and you know, the bottom, how it's sitting, is 1.5 thick, and the other one is 3.5. So 1.5 plus 3.5 is 5. So I want to move this up 5 inches from where it's at. So I'm going to type in 5 and hit enter. Now it's at a good spot. Then I want to select these below, and then I'm going to move these up to where they were. So I'm going to hit up and 50. And then it will go back up. What? Okay, I did something wrong here. But it should... Oh, that's why I selected them all together. So I'm just going to select these two. And then up. And then 50. And there we go. And that it will happen like that if you select them all together too, but it's a common mistake. I didn't even know to select it. And there we go. We have an I-beam shape all around, and that's the base of my trebuchet. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.